Okay, so it's been a while since we've done any Warhammer 40k character unboxings, but recently I have got given this guy for my birthday, which was awfully nice. So I thought I'd do a character unboxing. So we've done several before in the past. We've done Orcs, I think we've done Genestealer coats, we've done different things from the Imperium, like Assassins, Catachan characters, obviously Marines, because that's my first main love. Lots and lots of Chaos, because who doesn't love Chaos, right? Everybody loves Chaos. So this time around, I thought I'll go for this guy. So I seem to collect Techmarines. I don't field them very, very often, but I love the models. Always have done. And I've got the very first Techmarine. I've got Techmarines on bikes. I've got a Rogue Trader Techmarine, which I'm not sure if that's conversion or not, but he looks pretty cool with a massive wrench of some kind. I've got loads of Techmarines. The metal ones that have a very cinematic pose. I've got the old metal ones that just have the basic pose with an axe in one hand, pistol in the other. Looks a bit boring. Got 3 of him. Even though it looks boring, got 3 of him. Just think it looks great. Yeah. And this guy is no different. I think he looks absolutely epic. I do sadly have a Techmarine that's Finecast, but he did come with a Thunderfire cannon, so you can't complain. I've got a Techmarine that came with Servitors, which I still haven't painted. Really, really wanted Servitors, so got that one and never painted them, which is about right for me. Very hobby butterfly. Gotta have that thing, gotta have that thing. Get it, don't paint it. Was a little bit disappointed though, because it being Finecast, one of the Servitors has a hole in its head. But I suppose I can make an exposed brain or something in there. But that's fine. Neither here or there. But yes, love Techmarines, always have done. Think they look boss in the slightly fatter armour. That's even before Gravas came out. But this guy looks epic. So you can see on his shoulder he has a big bolter. What doesn't look cool about that? And even like the Forge Father, the Iron Hands character, I think he looks really cool. I was quite tempted to pick him up back along. Even though I'd have Iron Hands, I just think that kind of look is wicked. Especially anything that has a bionic arm. So I'll get rid of the nasty, nasty, shiny wrapper off camera. Boom, just like that. Magic, right? That is that easy. That's how you get rid of nasty, crinkly wrapping. So, this guy. And you will be surprised. Ultramarine transfers. You have one plain base, destructions, ooh la la, and I like Games Workshop models. Well, I've always liked Games Workshop models, but at the moment seems to be lots of characters come with fancy looking bits you can put on your base. So, looks fairly standard. 2 halves of a body, some legs, bionic arm, gun on the top, some tendrils which look pretty cool. A bit more like a warp smith, so a bit more chaosified. The arm itself looks pretty cool. I reckon that'd be great for a few conversions. So, it gives you a few options. For the arm, I'm sure I can make the claw do some weird and wonderful things. And you can give it a pistol in his hand as well. Which is nice. There's a couple of options there. Especially on how to build the arm and things like that. Which is okay. So on the back of the new how to build guides, they do have the technical layout of these guys, so it tells you like the movement, what you need to roll in close combat, what you need to roll for shooting. That's great and everything, but it doesn't tell you the special rules. So I will tell you the special rules. But first, okay, the sprue's a bit bent, which is weird because the box isn't in the slightest. So hey ho. None of the bits look like they're damaged. And I'll just show you some of the detail. So grav pistol, which is quite nice. I do like a bionic arm. It really should be iron hands, but not a big fan of the iron hands fluff. Not gonna lie. Some of the books I think, you guys are jerks. But hey ho. So head option, you can have that ugly mug there, bare face, which I think I will, or just a fairly standard one that looks a bit more armor plated around the mouthpiece. I think the bare head looks a bit meaner. So you could have the Gravis pistol or an open hand by the looks of it. The open hand looks pretty cool, but the Gravis pistol just looks mean as. So we'll talk about some rules, but I'll put that in front. So it isn't just a boring video. We can actually talk about some rules. Right, so the Techmarine. You'll not be surprised that a Techmarine is a character. So he's a HQ. So he does take up a HQ slot. So, like I said a second ago, he is movement 6, which Marine, you know, fair enough. Weapon skill 3. It's fair enough because his weapons are fairly chunky. Ballistic skill 2, which is very good. So you'll notice that they generally have ballistic skill 2 on the thunderfire cannons as well, purely because of this guy. Strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 5, 4 attacks, leadership 8, 2 up save, like the good old Techmarines of old. Okay, so that's the basic stuff. Okay, so he has Awaken the Machine Spirits. In your command phase, this model can awaken one friendly chapter vehicle model within 3 inches of it. Until the start of your next command phase, each time that vehicle makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the attack's hit rolls. It's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So, Techmarines can repair as well. They always have done. That's the whole idea. They are space mechanics. Possibly why I've always liked them, because I am a mechanic myself. Blessings of the O Messiah. So at the end of the movement phase, this model can repair 1 chapter vehicle within 3 inches. So both abilities within 3 inches. Makes sense because he's not just shouting out or anything like that. So it's not going to be a 6-inch blast. It makes sense in my head. He's got to get pretty close because he's using his actual equipment. That vehicle gains D3 lost wounds. Each model can only be repaired once per turn. Makes sense. Fairly standard. You know, nothing amazing. Nothing amazing. Apart from Forge Bolter. So on his backpack, he has a bolter. So it's an Assault 3 bolter, which is pretty nice. Range 24, and it's basically a heavy bolter. It is Strength 5, AP 1, Damage 2. So it's a 24-inch range. Effectively, it's a heavy bolter. Even though it's Assault 3, so you can still advance somewhere and shoot this, but it'd be a -1 to shoot. But he's hitting on 2s, which is pretty nice. Each time the bearer shoots, it can make attacks with this weapon, even if it also makes attacks with pistols or grenades. Okay, that's worded a bit weirdly. So basically, it can shoot this thing. So does that mean if you're using your pistols in close combat, you can use this in close combat? Because you can use pistols in close combat? So why couldn't you? I don't know. Frag grenade. So frag grenade, standard, 6-inch. It's a grenade D6, strength 3, 0 AP, 1 damage, blast. So sometimes you might use it, maybe. Grav pistol. So this guy can have a grav pistol. Range 12, it's a pistol, fair enough. It's a pistol 1, which means you can shoot it in combat. Hence, that's why I thought, you know, each time you make a pistol or grenade attack, you can shoot with this thing. So presumably, you can shoot it in combat. So, the grav pistol is strength 5, AP -3, which is nice. 1 damage. Each time an attack is made with this weapon is allocated to a model with a save characteristic of 3 or better. Instead, the damage of the pistol is 2. So it's also crack grenades, so standard. It's 1 grenade, range 6, strength 6, AP 1, and it's D3 damage. So, before you had servo arms, which I'll go into straight away. So it's a melee weapon. Remember, he has 4 attacks on the melee. So, it is strength times 2, so that's effectively strength 8. So wounding your standard marines on 2s. -2 on the AP, 3 damage. So that could be pretty nice against Terminators. Each time the bearer fights, no more than 1 attack can be made with each servo arm. So that hasn't changed. That's been like that for a while. So even though it has 4 attacks, it can only do 1 attack with the servo arm. Because remember, it's not exactly rapid, this arm. It's a big hoofing arm. Big mechanical arm. He has the Omicidian Axe. So it's a power axe. It's +2 strength, so he is strength 6 with this. AP 2 and 2 damage. So fairly straightforward. So you can also use your Mechatendrite. So that's your mechanical squiggly squid arm, basically. So it's melee, it's +1 to your strength, no AP, only 1 damage. Each time the bearer fights, it can make 2 additional attacks with this weapon. So you could get more attacks with that weapon, but it's got no AP. I would probably put all my attacks with the axe, and then maybe 1 attack in with the servo arm, especially if I'm going up against an elite. So rather than +2 on the strength, it's ×2 with the arm, sorry. But remember, you can only do it once. So that's the basic Techmarine. Okay, so Primaris Techmarine, it's good. It's 80 points, so it's a fairly cheap HQ. Great against like if you have a shooty list and you've got a great big tank next to you, like the laser destroyer or something like that. You can make it +1 to hit, which is always nice, and it repairs, which is great. I'm not denying that at all. But for an extra 20 points, you can make him Master of the Forge. So Master of the Forge, obviously, is when you upgrade a Techmarine. So Master of the Forge, each time it repairs a model using Blessings of the Old Messiah, it regains 3 wounds instead of D3. I'm a big fan of this by itself, purely because anything that says D6 or D3, the ones happen all the time. It's just there all the time. So you can give him Warlord traits and relics, because now he is a Master of the Forge. So you can totally do that. Not a problem. He has a Warlord trait aura, which is pretty nice. So you could pick this, and while a friendly chapter Dreadnought, so specifically Dreadnought, is within 6 of this Warlord, should make him a Warlord, add 1 to its strength and attack characteristics. So, yeah, you could go all shooty. That's great. +1 to hit. Really, really nice. Stand back. But for me, that's not the Blood Angel way. I play Blood Angels. I love Dreadnoughts. The Redemptor Dreadnought's really nice at the moment. So, add 1 to its strength and attack characteristics. Attack characteristics, brilliant. Strength, not sure how often you're going to need it, because those guys hit pretty much like a truck anyway, but still. And the relic you could give him is the Mortis Mechanica. So, a model equipped with the Omicidian Power Axe can replace it with the Mortis Mechanica, which is fun enough. A melee weapon, it's strength +3, so slightly better. AP 2, and 3 damage. So, you know, the axe before was pretty good. You're gaining an extra strength. You are gaining an extra damage. It's okay. It's okay. But each time attack is made with this weapon against a vehicle unit, if the saving throw is failed, the target suffers a mortal wound in addition. So if he's going to be running up there with a dreadnought and you're going against a fairly tank heavy list, or anything that has the vehicle keyword, it does a mortal wound in addition. So this thing is your strength 4 normally, so your strength 7. Unless you're going up against some, like Imperial Guard stuff, you're probably wounding on 4s. If you're a Blood Angel, you get +1 to wound, like myself. AP -2 is always nice, and then the third phase, an extra AP is even better. And it does 3 damage a time, so he has 4 attacks. Then you have Savage Echoes, like Shock Assault. That's pretty good. I'm talking all Blood Angels right now, because that's what I play. But there's other stuff out there, obviously. I think it's really good. You know, you can get 6 attacks with this guy if you were Blood Angels. You're hitting on 3s, because he's better at shooting. But yeah, 3 damage a pop and mortal wounds as well against the tank. Which is nice. Because sometimes you can only do mortal wound if you roll a 6 on the wound roll, for example, like a sniper weapon. But this is basically, you just fail a saving throw on a vehicle and already you do an additional damage, which cannot be saved. That's really nice. I like that. So, it's up to you. For 20 points, I don't think it's massively game changing. If you can find 20 points out there, brilliant. If you can't, whatever. It's not like it's an apothecary, because their ability. It's really nice. But 3 lost wounds instead of D3. That's okay. That's okay. But to unlock those relics, or that relic or that trait, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you like your dreadnoughts, then yeah, I think this guy's pretty tasty. All dreadnought lists, put this guy in there. It's going to do lots and lots of work, making people hit slightly better. It's going to repair them pretty decently. People are going to have to pick on a dreadnought to wipe it out. And you know how survival dreadnoughts are now? Because you do 2 damage against them, it's technically only 1 damage. So, yeah, I think this guy, I think I will paint him up and putting him in a dreadnought list. Just for fun, and see what happens. But mainly, I really wanted this guy because I just thought he looked cool. And you can do some wicked things with that arm there. It looks so good. So you can have him with a hand, kind of like this, or you can have him with the grav pistol. Grav pistols do look cool. I do have a load of grav weapons on my army that I generally don't field. So you may see more of those on our battle reports in future. I do think you're going to see this guy painted up soon, and he's definitely going to be in a battle report. Tell me what dreadnoughts you like in the comments section below. I'm a big fan of dreadnoughts. Being a Blood Angels player, obviously you got the old Furioso, Blender Arms for Days dreadnought, the Death Company dreadnought. I've always thought was cool. Was quite a big fan of the old frag cannon and the last edition, which is pretty nice. Leviathan is always nice. So yeah, tell me what dreadnoughts you guys like, or tell me what dreadnoughts you think I should use in a dreadnought list with this guy. And yeah, please check out our Facebook page. That's the House of Chaos community. And put up any pictures of any Techmarines you've ever painted or dreadnoughts in the past. And yeah, check us out. And hobby safe, everyone.